I think we're live.
Let's see if I can go live too.
Sure.
Can I go live? Yeah. About
Hello, hello.
are you live on Twitch or
I'm
YouTube?
live on YouTube.
Okay. Well, I'm live.
Oh, snap. I think mine is like erroring out for some reason. Not sure if I'm actually live.
Sure, if I'm actually. Yeah, I'm live.
Oh man, you can actually stream now.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Oh snap. Send me the link. Can you see my oh actually oh I see myself, I think. Testing.
Oh, I see you're streaming.
Oh snap. I keep on getting error occurred though.
You're live though. I see it.
Okay, well that's good.
Can you see my oh actually oh I see myself. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Send me yours link too. And I can check yours.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll send you a link.
Oh snap. Hello, everyone in the YouTube world. It's been a while. I was just doing a lot of AI learning experimentation. Thought I'd just like randomly stream it.
Let me know. Let me know if my stream is choppy or whatever. Or
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah. Hopefully I don't have that issue anymore.
Dude, you can actually start streaming. Okay, I'm connected with Jason. We're he's like doing some studying. We're just connected, just kind of trying to be productive on a Sunday. And I guess both of us wanted to stream. I think there's something weird going on with my computer. I can't view either of our streams.
The value needs to survive across body re-rendering it.
Maybe I gotta check with my phone. Right, so where's my chat? Oh, cool. Okay.
So to use as state, it needs to be you own the data, and then the object needs to survive when you re-render the body.
Yes. It needs to survive the re-render. Because so the weird thing is if the view owns the state and you need to re-render that view. Whoops. Okay, I can hear your stream. Oh geez, that's loud. So you have to carefully when you're doing this view management stuff, you have to carefully mark which state. Oh, okay, I think I realized something. I think you do have to mark it as state. If you're not careful, let's say you don't mark it as state, when the view re-renders, anything that's not marked as state gets thrown away.
Yeah.
Because I think it does destroy the entire strut and recreate the entire strut.
Yeah.
But if things are marked as state, the view engine will refresh that state. We'll reload. We'll hang on to that state and then give it back to the strut.
Yeah. So basically, whatever you mark as state, it's not really inside. It's not really held inside the struct. It's like referenced. It's like constructed somewhere else. And then when the struct is being um, deleted when creating a new one, the struct will reference to that state. That's wherever that state at state is, so that
Yeah.
it's you still
Yes.
have whatever progress you had from before.
Yes. Do you know this mechanism in UIKit?
No, what is it?
UIKit has this explicitly, and Swift UI just does it automatically for you. UI. Let me try to find it.
Okay.
State. There's like lifecycle functions for this. I don't think it's state restoration activity. It might be something like encode restorable state, decode restorable state.
I actually never used that before.
Yeah, it's like a very manual way to manage your state. Because I think UIKit does a very similar process of destroying the view, and it doesn't do it automatically, like by listening to state changes. But you know how sometimes your phone can run low on memory?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes maybe your app is in the background and it like
Mhm.
clears your view or clears your state. So it might automatically run those lifecycle functions for you. I don't think a lot of people do this, but UIKit gives you that option. It's like I guess, a more advanced use case. I think it's this one. Okay. Um, right. So I'm trying to set this streaming thing up again. Is this where chat is? How do I stream? It's been so long. So today's just gonna be a chill day.
In your app delegate?
I don't think anyone I'm not expecting one. If you're hopping in, hello. Yeah, app delegate, because the operating system, iOS, can do stuff to your app, like destroy, like, yeah, if your app is in the background, maybe it destroys it or recycles the view to save memory. And as a part of that state restoration, you might want to hook into that life cycle.
When do you need to use that?
Advanced state management to optimize the efficiency of your app to play nicely with the rest of the operating system.
So it saves like a view controller?
It might destroy your view controller, and but if you want the system to automatically like be able to destroy and bring back your view controller, you need to hook into these lifecycle functions.
But a
Otherwise,
lot of
you can't do that.
but a lot of time your view controller, it's in like a stack. It's in like a navigation stack. Don't you need like a list of like view controllers to keep that flow? If you just save one view controller, how does that even work? Does this also save the data
I think you can
that's
hook
like
it.
tied to the view controller?
I think you can hook it per view controller. Like you can specify. So a stack is just a bunch of view controllers, and you can customize the behavior for each view or view controller, each sub one.
Okay.
And the navigation hierarchy might be state as well, maybe. I'm a little bit fuzzy on that details.
I actually never used this before. Have you?
infrequently. Like I've seen it. I know one medical used it, kind of at least one point. I don't use it too often. Haven't used it too often. I think it's a little bit more prominent in Android. If you see how they manage their UI views, um, they have this feature where, do you know when you rotate your phone, it reorganizes the view?
Yeah.
One thing I remember from Android is like they say very clearly you have to manage the state carefully like that, because when you rotate your phone, it actually destroys your UI view and recreates it. Therefore, you have to explicitly mark
Right.
which state is there. Because
Aren't
every
they
time you
like
rotate it,
a collection trait? Isn't that like the collection trait? Trait collection or
um,
something like that?
of being rotatable, or like which
Uh,
trait are you thinking about?
I don't even know what I'm talking about, Jimmy.
Um, yeah, maybe collection trait it might be slightly different. I guess I'm mostly thinking about how the so explicitly marking what is mutable state inside of your view, so that the operating system can know what is safe to destroy and recreate if
Oh,
needed, versus what's not safe to destroy, what it needs to make sure you still have afterwards.
okay.
Swift UI with the at state allows you to easily mark which ones are mutable state that shouldn't be destroyed when your view is, and then the rest of your view, it knows, oh yeah, I can destroy it and recreate it anytime I need to. That's the way I think about it, at least. Maybe iOS does the same thing. No, I don't think so. When you rotate your phone, I think it doesn't destroy everything, at least with the UI kit. Swift UI
Yeah, I
anyway.
don't think so because it just relayouts your view.
Yeah. That sounds accurate. So the mechanism, the view engine is slightly different between Android and iOS. I just remember that mechanism being more prominent, the state management being more prominent in Android because of that reason. But because Swift UI Swift UI is now also making it more prominent, making it like very, like they're throwing it up front in your face, saying like, hey, you need to explicitly mark which one's state and not. That allows the view engine to be a lot more powerful to recreate the view anytime it needs to, including whenever the state changes, re-rendering on state changes. That's how it's like able to automatically know when to re-render.
Okay.
Yeah, I realize it's like very confusing and complex. It's kind of like something like that. I think.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm kind of multitasking a bit. Check. How do you check? Okay. So while I'm just, yeah, I'm kind of, I enjoy like thinking through these problems with Jason. But in the meantime, I ran out of Claude code credit, and I still have a lot I want to do. I have a couple of projects ongoing, and I need to be very careful what I show here. But this is my Claude code right now. A lot of threads. I was working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects at the same time. And today's Sunday. My weekly limit, I thought it would reset at the first of the month. Unfortunately, it didn't. Maybe I should have like jumped down to the bottom tier and then like repurchased it. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. So Thursday, let's see, Friday, Saturday. Like I ran out last night. So over, I'm not sure how I did this. I think it's over a period of 2 days. I ran through my weekly already, which is crazy. Like, I wonder if this is a bug. I'm sure I can like use my
And what's the
my
one thing
tokens
you
more
still have to
efficiently.
check inside your async function for cancellation to actually
I'm
stop
sure
work?
I'm sure I could do this more efficiently,
You
but
have
I just need more tokens.
you have to make sure the task is labeled.
I should be live already. Sorry, I'm trying to
Is it?
oh, here it
As
is.
state?
Managing my streams.
Is that what it's talking about?
There we go. Cool. Okay.
Asynchronous?
Sorry, I'm just setting up my dashboard to see if anyone connects and chats and stuff like that. Okay, and then a couple of these projects are pretty cool, I think. Let's see, one's a nail salon, one's a workout app for funsies, for different purposes. The cooler ones, I think, are these bottom three here. Agent OS. I've been like kind of building out an idea. And I've been iterating through the idea, but I think I've ironed it out to the point where the thinking is I've been seeing a lot of Agent OS videos on YouTube, which is funny because now I'm on YouTube here. And I believe the idea is that you have an operating system or a central place to see and do everything that you need. And I think that's what I wanted this to be for me, like a life operating system type thing where I can see everything that I care about, my to-do list, my calendars, my contacts, my information, and like see it in a very nice way in one place, but also put on top of it, like I'm thinking both like a search and an agent on top of it, kind of like imagine like I was the CEO of my own life. And
can I say use reference?
Sorry, I wasn't listening to what you were saying. Use reference for what?
Oh, do I say this as a oh, sorry. This. Can I say this as a reference? Basically, I'm trying to say that when the struct gets destroyed and recreated, it got rid of the previous reference of the task. Or is that not the correct way of saying it?
Oh, like for at state stuff?
Yeah. No, if it doesn't have at state.
Okay, so it's not a state, so it's just a regular variable?
Yeah. Can I say as can I use the word reference or object? Sure, object, right?
Like a keyword in when you're declaring the variable?
So the question is asking like in at state private var fetch task.
Yeah.
Why does fetch task need to be at state even though it's assigned inside the closure on appear, not in the property declaration? My answer is like because when the struct gets re-rendered, the struct basically gets destroyed, and it will wipe out the previous task object or task reference.
That's my that's my understanding too.
Yeah. So my question is, which word should I use, reference or object?
Oh, I feel like task might be a strut. But which doesn't really make sense. So it might be a, like both kind of sounds accurate to me, assuming it's a reference type.
Well, I'll just say object because even if you're a reference type, it is the object.
Yes. Now here's the weird part. Task is a strut. Task is a value type.
So I mean, can I say a struct is an object? Huh?
That's a good question.
Like, it's like struct can be an object, class can be an object, but
well, I mean,
object doesn't mean it's a reference type, right?
I think you're right. However, in my mind right now, what I'm thinking is if I say strut, usually I would think value. Like here's a strut. It's like here's the definition of the structure, and then here's the actual value as defined by the structure. Like the structure is a schema. I mean, in some ways, I think you could say object, but it's kind of weird saying like a value is an object. Let me double check on this. clarify my thoughts on this.
Okay.
In Swift terminology, object is strictly reserved for reference types like classes and other stuff.
Okay. So,
So when you
how do I
value.
categorize something that's like a class and or a struct? Like, is there a word for both?
Ooh, okay. Like almost like
Well,
instance, right? Even though instance
yeah,
seems to be more for reference type.
yeah.
I feel like you could say something.
I mean, instead of saying thing,
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
instead of saying previous task thing, I don't know. What's the word for that?
Yeah, let me see. Um, instant instance. Yeah. So whether it's a strut class or an enum, whether you create like a strut value or an object or a case value, a strut value and an object and a case value, all three of those, you can call those instances.
Instances?
Yeah,
Okay.
instance. What? Oh, Gemini's having a problem. Yes, instance. Cool. You can say like it's a value instance or a reference instance, aka
Okay.
object.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good question. Okay. It's a little bit of a deviation, distraction, but it's kind of good. It's like solidifying a lot of these stuff in my mind. I don't mind that. Okay, what was I saying? Right, Agent OS. I was saying been seeing a lot of Agent OSs online, and I love that concept. And that's something that I've always been dreaming of, like a cohesive place for all of my stuff. So I was like trying to build that out. And this is that project. So I was doing like all 5 of these projects at the same time, which is why like my weekly ran out so fast. Dark Factory, I am thinking of the concept of like this had been seemingly very popular on YouTube too. The concept of like a dark software factory or like almost full automation churning out software or similar. Building out that concept over time, I was like fleshing out the idea, and I think I have something that's kind of a clean model in my mind. So that's there, and then requirements tracker. I kind of really like too. I'm still in the process of fleshing out this idea, the concept where maybe it's similar to a dark software factory, where there's a lot of stuff in the software development lifecycle, going through requirements, design, implementation, testing, and deployment and operations, where sure we have a lot of tools to do a lot of that stuff. You have Jira, Linear, you have GitHub issues, GitHub projects,
Would you increase this
open
font?
project.
It's like so.
But I wanted something cohesive for all of the SDLC and
Can you increase
very rich, meaning like there's a lot of stuff that I haven't seen. Like for instance, one thing I'm a big fan of is goal modeling. That doesn't seem to be popular at all. There is one thing that does goal modeling, and specifically chaos. And I guess I like that because I came from Carnegie Mellon, and that was something that stuck in my mind, oddly enough. And also, I guess I came from Newmont University. I think they renamed a long time ago. And like data modeling was a big thing that stuck with me from that point on as well. So proper modeling and goal modeling specifically, I don't know, something like about that really resonated, especially when thinking about requirements engineering and capturing the why you are building the software. I think is like missing a lot. Sure, we have spec driven development nowadays for agentic engineering, but there's still I think there's still a lot to be desired from that process. Like I am trying SpecKit at my day job, and it's a great starting framework, but there's a lot of little things here and there to be tweaked. I think like proper requirements tracking, especially with the whys, are missing. I do really like stuff like use cases and user personas. It's not applicable all the time, I would say, but when you need them, I think it's very valuable to have. And then and then also the process of capturing requirements. I believe doing things like having multiple prototypes or mockups to help elicit requirements and to help understand what the user actually wants is a very valuable thing I want to build into here. In addition to a lot of other stuff that I have in mind, which was I've never been able to really do well before, but now with like agents, I just see a lot of potential here. So I'm very excited about that one. It's just in a very rough state right now, and I could maybe I'll show you that in a little bit later. My laundry's ready. One moment. Hey Jason, it's an hour. I think if your laundry might be ready.
Oh yeah, I've been checking my laundry.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it into the dryer.
Okay.
All right, be right back. I will need to do the laundry.
Audio check 1 2 1 2. Wait, is there audio here? I don't hear anything. Hello, hello? Oh my god. Do I not have audio? Hello? Oh my god. I had no audio before? Shit. Hello? Oh my god. I had no audio before? Shit. Alright, now I know. Oh my no audio before. Now I know. No audio before.
Jason.
Yo, Jimmy,
I'm
guess
back.
what?
Sorry. Yeah, I heard. I was hearing it.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, I didn't.
dude.
I wasn't listening to your voice. I did hear myself when I was talking on your stream.
Okay, so the desktop audio works fine. It's just my audio was connected to a wrong microphone. That's why.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Let's see. I'm listening. Okay, yeah, now I can hear both of us. It's okay, Jason. We're learning. We're learning. I need to check my stream too. No, I think I heard myself. Probably should just double check.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, cool.
I heard you before.
Thank you. Okay. Let's do this. So right. So there's a lot of projects. Trying to work on a lot of projects, and again, I am running out of my weekly limit. So I've been researching with Gemini, researching which open weight models I should use. And I don't know. I think right now the conclusion I'm at is I should experiment with opencode Zen or opencode Go. That seems to be the place to try out first. Yeah, definitely heard about other stuff like OpenRouter and Deep Infra, Firework AI, I think. Fireworks AI. I don't know. Might as well just try the cheap, easy one first because I wanted to try out opencode as a harness. My third harness that's not custom because I have mostly used I've used Codex when that kind of first came out earlier in the year. And then jumping into Claude Code, heavily using that for the past few months. And I'm just I just need more tokens. I just need more. So can't find my other window here. Where's my chats? I guess I was trying to use Gemini because it's included in it. Oh, I'm not logged in. That's weird. Oh. Wait. Right. I'm on Safari. Sorry, I'm on Chrome right now. because normally I would use Safari. However, this specific page on Safari looks really bad, and I don't know why. Everything else about opencode.ai looks fine. Like it's supposed to look like this, but then when I go to Go or Zen, it just looks bad. Data seems fine. So I just switched over to this one for a bit. Right, but I was talking about figuring out opencode and searching for different plans because Claude Code, right? Claude Code is apparently expensive. So I'm very familiar with, well, mostly familiar with like Haiku, Sonnet, Opus, and Fable. Fable is pretty expensive. I mostly use Opus and Sonnet, mostly Opus for like coding jobs. So now I'm kind of exploring into open weight models because I believe it's a lot cheaper from my understanding. Potentially, depending on which models you use, like a couple of cents per million tokens. I think it's roughly, in my mind, I think it's like 10 times cheaper. But maybe you can ask and see here. Let's make sure you can see everything here. Okay, it's roughly there. It's super, so mentally it's a little bit difficult to think conceptually of like the cost comparisons because sure, not only does each model have its own costs associated,
Wait, what? That's so crazy.
but depending on which provider
You
you go
have
with,
to
there's a little
register
bit more fees on top of that.
on where you're, where, like which screen that you want to push to, which view you want to push to.
Oh, you're looking at the routing, the navigation stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds roughly accurate. I think
That sucks.
yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff with the so like I'm also a little bit fuzzy when it comes to
What?
navigation and Swift UI,
Why
but
is Swift UI better? Like, what the hell? Like, what? I need to do this?
I don't think it's necessarily better. There's trade-offs. And if you want a lot of complexity, like if you want more flexibility, I don't from my understanding, I don't think Swift UI native navigation stuff is great.
But the thing is, like, when it comes to enterprise level coding or
Mm-hmm.
application, like you need to be as flexible as possible.
Sure, yeah. And when it comes to those cases, I think Swift UI might be lacking from
So
what I
why is
remember.
everyone pushing for Swift UI? I don't understand.
I think it's really nice for individual, like when you're trying to go like fast, like individual developers who just needs to build stuff really quickly and it's like cohesive. I think it's nicer for those situations.
Okay.
That's my
I don't know.
high level
Maybe
understanding.
maybe like there's different way of doing this, but like
Yeah, of
this
course.
kind of sucks. So like the common gotcha is like multiple data types in one path. So like this, like if you forget to do this, then you get crashed. You crash like forgetting registering a destination for a type you push is a
Mm.
common runtime crash.
Sounds about
There's
right.
no
I
way.
feel like
There's no way to
that's
guard
simple.
it. How? Why are we moving backwards?
I don't know. I can't answer that specifically. I don't know. Ask Claude. Why are we moving backwards?
Why is I don't know. Maybe why is why do I feel like this
Mm.
is kind of shit?
My rough guess is maybe there's some historical reasons, like it kind of brought stuff over from UI kit, like with the segues. maybe
Mhm.
it, but I do agree it like feels a little bit awkward from the parts that I've seen. I keep on hesitating and like caveating myself because maybe it's better than I think, because I haven't dived too much into like Swift navigation, like Swift UI navigation, like a little bit, but the parts that I've seen, and this was like a little while back too, like maybe they've updated, but from the parts that I've seen, it was like a little bit particular in the way it does things. I don't want to say it's good or bad because in some cases I think there are some nice things about it. But in the case of like enterprise development, maybe it's not ideal from what I've seen. Oof, dang, look at this. $5 for Opus per 1 million. So the plan that I've used is, you know, with their plans, with their subscriptions, it's my understanding is it's heavily subsidized. So I'm not actually paying $5 per million because I'm pretty sure I use a good amount. Maxing out it weekly almost, the 20x one.
So basically, Swift UI is not very
$200.
um.
It's like 40 million tokens.
You don't have much freedom in Swift
I
UI
think I use
compared to
more than
UIK. Is that correct? Was that like accurate?
that. If you want to do things purely in the Swift UI way, I think I think Swift UI is pretty opinionated. So if you want to go 100% like do everything in the Swift UI way, yes, there's not that much flexibility. I think it's an opinionated framework.
Yeah, because I don't know, because like products will require some crazy stuff,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
crazy requirements, and
Mm-hmm.
if it's not, if if your stack is not flexible, then it's hard to do your job, no?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that is true. Um, that being said, I think you can pick and choose elements from Swift UI. Like I believe we don't. I remember at One Medical, we didn't use Swift UI like 100% of the way. Of course, there's times where we had legacy UI kit stuff and like we jumped back and forth. It was a little bit awkward and painful there too. But also for navigation, I think we didn't completely use Swift UI's navigation. I think it was like we used some other, I think it was like coordinator pattern or some other mechanism for navigation, which you can pick and choose. Like you can say, all right, don't use Swift UI's navigation stuff, use our own. And remember in Tres Commas, Jason, we
Yeah.
have a routing
Yeah.
navigation style, and we're still using Swift UI. So that's also a pick and choose strategy.
Yeah.
Let's see, Opus. Right. So in comparison, oh, Kimi, check this out. Look, Kimi K3, very recent, and from my understanding, the benchmarks of Kimi K3, it's closest to Sonnet 3.5 roughly. So not as good as my understanding, not as good as the frontier level Opus 5. Maybe
Point
not even as
freeze.
good as Sonnet
Oh
5.
shit.
I saw it being compared to let's see. I saw it being compared to Opus 3.5. That's a good benchmarking site. Is it Benchmark LM? $3 per input. I guess you usually measure tokens by per million. Oh yeah, I need to set my timer for 1 hour for my laundry. There we go. And it's good for coding. But where's the benchmark sites? SWE bench, that's the one I'm looking for. All right, so this one. Is this I guess this is ranked. Okay, so this, where's the newer stuff? Is this old? Full? So I'm expecting to see Opus 5 somewhere. Maybe they never ran it. And Kimi K 3.5. But if you look at 2.5, it's like pretty close to Sonnet 4.5. It's pretty impressive. Also, DeepSeek, not bad, not bad. But Opus. And to be fair, I think it's like the percentage is not that much. It's like 6%. Like, sure, that's a decent amount better. Like, you can clearly see there's a jump between like everything under Opus 4.6. And also, interestingly, Opus 4.6 underperforms 4.5 using high reasoning. So the reasoning level seems to matter. Okay, how do I buy this? Anyways, I'm ready to try open weight models. Let's get out of the Anthropic ecosystem. I might be violating Anthropic's stuff, but I've been trying to build projects on top of my subscriptions. Actually, I think they support it because I'm not. It's like it's mostly personal projects, right? But I'm hooking into my subscription to do some stuff like code reviews and code reviews was the main thing I'm like I was playing around with, but things like that, not inside Claude Code, but like in a custom harness and outside. Oh, the other thing was a chatbot. I have one for my for Future Fest, like a side project, and that one works pretty well using my. I think it's still running. It does use my subscription to keep it cheap, but I'm ready to move on. Let's do something cheaper and a little bit more freeing, and then like if I actually offer that as a product, it'll be actually supported and not like subsidized by a plan. But like I said, it's very cheap compared to Anthropic's stuff. Although to be fair, Sonnet 5, $3. It's still this is still cheaper by like a factor of by 3 times, almost 4. Actually, 12 times because DeepSeek version 3. So I'm looking at Kimi K3, but you don't even need to look at that. DeepSeek, this is probably where you want to be. Or even Quen. I've heard good things about Quen Coder, but I guess DeepSeek's a little bit cheaper. But about 25 cents versus $3. I think that's a good comparison there. 12 times cheaper. Man, it would be nice to have sound a little bit. What are stream beats? How can I play something here? Can I do that on Spotify? Do I need to log in?
Depending on if the item was in stock or sold out. Is it possible to? There are a bunch of overloads here, but I want to use the one that has both a primary button and a secondary button. And then we can step out alert messaging.
Guess I need to log in. I don't pay for Spotify. Because I used to use Apple Music. I guess now I use YouTube Music because I already have a subscription. But now I have to do a CAPTCHA thing. Gmail. Okay, I just need my agentic development to continue. I'm like addicted. What's that?
An array of data. What? I thought it's strings, no? I don't know. Why would you centralize the path in... Why would you centralize the path in router?
Okay, so...
Why would you centralize the path in a router coordinator?
How can I play this?
I'm trying to set a raw.
Oh, lo-fi. Yeah, I do want lo-fi, right?
What does that mean?
I guess Swift UI isn't centralized in one router coordinator. It's more like Segway. I guess Swift UI's thing is kind of like Segways, I think. Not centralized, but just used as needed. Okay, why isn't... Oh. Do I need to use a...
I don't know about this.
There we go.
IDK. Behavior? What the hell?
Might need to look more in, you might need a lesson specifically on like Swift UI route navigation, maybe. Unless this is the lesson for that. There we go. Thank you, Harris Teller, for Stream Beats. Harris Heller. Love his channel. Okay. So Anthropic's $200 plan heavily subsidizes it. Come on, let's just let's do this. How do I get it? Take my money. Take my money. Okay, so I already have opencode installed. Whoops. Test. Hello? 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 Am I still here? Yes. Test. Oh, okay. My things. What? Test. Huh. Everything's acting up. That's fine. Okay, so yesterday I installed opencode and I'm just like figuring it out, trying to learn it right now. The only thing I've done was say hi. But
we do refresh.
I see that it has a couple of free models, which is cool.
Day 2. Are there notes?
Oh, I love that.
Of things I got wrong.
And I was told that I should use opencode Go no matter what, and then Zen is the pay-as-you-go option. But I guess I just need a API key. trying to figure out this UI a little bit. What is this? I think this is a menu. Okay, so this is familiar to me. Oh, cool. There's the cost and oh yeah, I kind of like this. You can see the cost a bit. There's an update already. Let me download the update. Oh, and it's gone. Wonder when I'm gonna hear wonder when I'm gonna hear a ad on Spotify. Okay, so I get a couple of different free models. I guess I'll learn more about those later. Oh, I can have projects. Okay. I think that's just folders. Yeah. A little bit less exciting. And I think I need to understand this. I believe each model may have some privacy configs. Depending on which model I use, they might collect or train, which doesn't matter too much, although it would be nice to not train on my stuff if possible. I just want to understand which ones might. So like which ones I might need to be careful with if I'm doing anything sensitive. Let's make it simple. Yeah, start with Go as your primary account and keep a small Zen pay-as-you-go balance, okay? You don't need... They work together under the same exact ecosystem. Oh, it's raining a lot here. So Go is the main engine, $5 and then $10 a month gives you allowance. And then Zen is pay-as-you-go top-up. Bill for only the exact tokens you need. There's a seamless Zen failover. Okay. Yeah, I'll buy into that. Just how do you take my money? Okay. I guess I need to use Chrome. Maybe. Oh, what if I click? Okay, so I need to. This is frustrating too. I would generally prefer to like create a different login, different username and password, and not need to connect it to my personal. What is this? Open auth? Okay, that's fine. Let me sure. Let me authenticate. Can I not create an account? It's frustrating. I don't like it when systems do that. Oh, here's a login button. Man. Okay, that's fine. I'll bite. It's just where's my window? I have too many windows. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna stop streaming, Jimmy.
Yeah, already?
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanna like study like quietly.
Yeah. What? Are you not studying quietly? Or like
I don't know. I feel
are you
like
chatting or something?
streaming is.
I mean, you know, it's all whatever you want. Whatever you want. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't care if you stream or not. But anything you say will go on my stream, so
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just don't want to share my screen.
yeah, all good. Okay, so I just logged in using my email. There you go. I've leaked my personal email. Although I think you can see that everywhere already. So I don't care too much about that. Oh, what is this? Enable billing, run that page. Okay, so here's the Zen, and then I guess there's Go here. I'm gonna carefully click through. Okay, so there's nothing there. Shoot, I wanted to do this last month. I mean, I wanted to do this yesterday because I like to do it on the first of the month, but that's okay. But it includes stuff like Kimi K3, so that's cool, and 2.7 code and that one. I think it's like plenty. Okay. Yeah. So now it's bringing me to the Stripe checkout, which is cool. I need to learn a little bit more about that. But let me and it does give a 50% off, so it's only $5. Let me figure out how to do this. Maybe I can do it with Apple Pay. Nope. Would love to use Apple Pay, but I think my Venture X card doesn't work or something. I don't know. Let's just do the card. I'm using virtual cards, and I have a lot for Stripe for different companies, so I don't know which one to specifically use. Maybe I'll just get a new one. Opencode. Wow, that's taking a really long time. Wow, what? Okay, that's abnormally long. Come on, capital N. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, I have an idea. No, okay, I'll actually rename it. This will be open code. There we go. That's a good CVC number. Okay. I have finally subscribed. They have taken my money. And so now I see the screen. There wasn't any confirmation or anything. It was just, you know, the Stripe thing, subscribe, and then it threw me here. So it says you are now subscribed. Oh. Anyone want to try it out? You can get $5. If you use my referral code.
Why not tap into free transit on demand? It's a great way to save money.
There's the
and
Spotify
wear and tear on your
advertisement.
car. You can request a free ride to pick you up and drop you off, whether it's a trip to the store or a doctor's
Turn
appointment.
that volume down for a bit. Okay, so weekly usage resets in 3 hours. Monthly usage. What happens if I click on manage subscriptions? Moving this off screen just in case. Yeah, it shows my billing information and my address. Interesting. It says return to anomaly. Maybe that's like a code name for them. Okay, let me carefully click on like API keys and stuff. I have a default API key for accessing services. Is it just this one? How do I do this? So, okay, let me carefully click around here so I don't leak my address or anything. Oh, cool, cool. I can have workspaces and invite people to my workspace. That's interesting. I can see that being useful. Okay. Yeah, this should be fine. So I'm clicking on billing. Maybe I can, oh, I have an idea. What if I just do this? So now I can click around without having to drag the window out, in and out. So billing is fine. I don't have any balance yet. I guess that's okay for now. And I've paid $5. Oh, I can set a monthly limit, auto reload, coupon. And also setting seems fine too. I have workspaces. I can, oh, look. That's why it said return to anomaly. Maybe that's like a parent company of something or something. So I have a one workspace. Oh, cool. Okay, okay. I guess we can have multiple workspaces, maybe with multiple keys. This is giving me ideas. Giving me ideas. Because like I can have different teams with different workspaces, or I can also have like a work profile. Because I kind of do want to use more stuff for work. Like work provides me with a Anthropic, but I just use so many tokens. I need more. And I don't really mind spending it. I guess I could ask work to subsidize it, but like I don't know. The open, if it's the open model and it's a small amount, like I feel like I can get so much done. And it's a startup. I don't want the startup to like spend. I don't know. I want to be invested a little bit. You know, it's a little bit more of like, I don't know. I just need to get stuff done. That's my main goal. I don't care like if I spend a little bit more. Like if I spend $100 a month on my own money to be able to output like a lot more, I'm happy to do that. I think people might disagree on that front, but that's just me. I care for results. I actually get a lot of value by providing results because I'm learning a lot. So I don't mind. I guess I just copy the key and put it. Do I even log in? Does anyone know how to use opencode? Providers? Whoa. Well, that's leaked. All right, luckily I can always delete the keys. Funny. I don't know how to do this. Okay, open code. Okay, so I copy this and then I paste it off screen. By going to, okay, I know when to hide it now. By going to settings, oh, providers, servers, providers. Oh, servers is cool here because I'm playing around with I was playing around with OmniRoute, so maybe, yeah, I could do OmniRoute. But for now, let's just do here. Let's just do go and then where to go? I paste the key secretly and hit continue. And now it says connected. Go models are available to use. Really? Where? I only see the free models. What? Did it not connect? Okay, let me try connecting again. Something weird's happening. Okay, I connected and models are now available to use. Oh, here it is, here it is. Oh, cool. All right. We are cooking, starting to cook. We're preheated. We are preheated. The oven has been warmed. But I have to add the project. Okay, so I'm trying to think of how to mentally think about this. In Claude Code, the project is just a folder, and I did use git work trees a lot. So I think it's the same concept here, where I can go into my projects, and I want to continue, let's say on my Agentic OS one, and I hit new session. Oh, okay. And I can add a lot of projects, and main is here. How do I do git work trees? Should I do git work trees? I usually just work on one thing at a time. You know what? To start off, let's not do git work trees. However, I do want to ask about which models I should use. And I guess I'm using the free one for now. All right, everyone. I am on Big Pickle. Why did they name it that? Hello? Hello? Why is it trying to use my microphone? Hello? Okay. Let's just put this here for now. Okay, so opencode supports a lot of providers and their models, docs recommended. Okay, so you have Sonnet. That's a popular default. That sounds expensive? Why would I want to use that? Opus, so I do have the option to use Claude models. And GPT codecs. Let's use /model. Oh, it says use /models. But that doesn't work on mine for some reason. Am I on like an old version or something? Gemini 3 Pro, often generous free tiers. What is that? Is that open code? Also, I would like this to be a little bit. There we go. Ooh, better on the eyes here. I mean, I am using this. Open weight API cheap. Proprietary frontier models cost about 10 to 100 times more, but are generally better at hard agentic coding. My suggestion for cost-conscious use, start with opencode Go, one cheap, or DeepSeek for daily work. Keep a Claude account for hard problems. And if you have a BP Mac, try Qwen 3 Coder via Olama for free. That's a... I have been hearing a lot more about like how local models are being better for... are kind of good recently for coding. I would like to try that out. DeepSeek sounds nice. So in the meantime, on the side, it's funny because it's Sunday. I'm doing this work, my personal just like research and experimentation, but then at the same time, I'm also doing like a little bit for my work. Just having the agents run. And so I am at what do they call it? Level 3 of Dark Software Factory as defined by that one article. I forget the name of the guy is now. Off the top of my mind, but basically where I can manage like about 4 agents at the same time, multitasking. It's a little bit tough doing that mental model switch, but that's one of the things that I'm like trying really hard to do, build a system so I can like have an orchestrator or like a chief of staff or personal assistant agent to help me manage more of that. And that's where my Life OS project kind of comes into play. I think once I do that, I will personally step up to level 4 and manage a lot more. And that's why like these open models I think are going to be critical, because I'm going to be consuming a lot more tokens. I do see the value of it. Free models. Big pickle. That's me. Wow, it knows. Stealth model.
You've got a list of errands a mile
Free.
long, but dread maneuvering through traffic and
Cheap,
parking
fast,
lots?
strong, general
Listen up.
purpose.
Loudoun
Wow,
County's
it's
free
free.
transit on demand is an
Cheap
easy way
and
to get where
fast.
you're going without all the hassles. Just use
Cool
the Easy
side.
Ride app to request a driver and get it all done easily. Details at loudoun.gov/transit on demand.
Wow. Thanks for exposing my
is made to cocktail.
my local area advertisements. Big open model. Interesting. Okay, so these are the free models. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I'm loving opencode so far. Like just the ability to see open weight models or many other models that's not Anthropic based is opening up my eyes to a new world of coding LLMs. Good free defaults. DeepSeek version 4 Flash for daily work. Cheap. It says it's cheap, so it's not necessarily free. 500 billion. Sounds like a lot. For free, that's crazy. The 17 models, flagship heavyweights, Grok, Kimi K3, Quen, GLM I've heard about a little bit, GPT 5.6 Luna, strong coders, DeepSeek V4 Pro, MinMax M3, realize something. I'm not doing this all off of Wi-Fi. That's fine. I am going to be learning so much about different models. Pricing varies a lot within Go. So your per month budget depends heavily on model choice. Daily drivers like DeepSeek V4 Flash for daily or Quen 3.7 Plus. Pro. Okay, these 3 are good for hard agentic coding, and then for maximum, probably coding too. Switch with / model. It's model, not model. Oh, in the TUI, not this one, I guess. Okay. What have I learned? Use this. Oh, actually, there's one more question. So pricing is definitely a concern, but also data collection. I'm curious about. all 7 free models. Data may be retained and used to improve the model. Okay, so any free model, privacy beware. Don't submit personal confidential. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. The Go models are the opposite. None use your data for training and most retain 0 days. Most. DeepSeek even has a 0 data retention agreement. Ooh, 2 exceptions. Grok, no training, but 30 data retention. And then GPT Luna. So I think Grok and GPT are proprietary. And reach for Go models when privacy matters. Okay. Okay. So don't use the free ones for my project right now, but this one is fine. DeepSeek, and then DeepSeek Pro would be great for agentic coding. They both look very similar, Flash versus Pro. GLM is good for agentic coding. Don't use GPT or Grok for private stuff, but these are pretty strong. Don't know anything about this. Kimi, okay, Kimi K2.7 code is great. Kimi K3 is great, but maybe expensive, or a little bit relatively expensive. Quen is great. Okay, that's my understanding of these models thus far. Is that right? So don't use Flash free. Use the Flash not free one. Right? Wait. Oh, here you go. Flash for daily work. I almost like am tempted to turn off the free models if that's the case. Or GPT and Grok. I think there was a setting for that. Here we go. What is this? Like GPT and Grok I can turn off. Yeah, there we go. Now I don't have to worry. Although the weird thing is, it says I had that turned off already. Oh, now it's gone. Why am I using big pickle? Oh, it's gone. Okay. Cool. What? What? What's the other one that's good? Should I be worried? Quen 3.7 plus. Quen 3.7 plus. And requires an explicit opt-in. Yes, essentially both. the same model, but free $0 cost, but data is retained and used to improve the model during the trial period. I mean, like, I don't have any other version of it except for Pro. That's it. Do I care about China hosted models? I don't think so. This is like the first time I've had to think about this. Like, definitely if it was for like sensitive stuff or work stuff, I would be a lot more concerned. Or maybe if there's like regulatory stuff. I mean, I guess by default I would want to be in American servers. DeepSeek V4 Pro is also good. Okay, so I guess I'll just use Qwen 7.3 Plus for now. I wonder if I'm able to see my usage details. Like I've sent what, one message? So in theory, ooh, check this out. Did I use 3 cents worth already? 3 cents for that message? That sounds like a lot. Just for... Really? It's kind of weird when you have to think about the pricing and you're not using like a subsidized plan. Is that how they get you? Like how many? So the first one I did was for Big Pickle to say hi. That was last night at 2 a.m. But the last one I just sent is this one using Qwen 3.7 Plus. And it's using a session ID. So this is like, this is a stateful call, I suppose. How am I supposed to think about all this? Wow, this is like a whole new world for me. And there's a lot of cache tokens. Okay, so there's only 300 output tokens and 6 input tokens? How does that make any sense? Is it really 3 cents? No way. How much money do I have left? Okay, I sent 2 messages. Oh, the first time was a lot more expensive. The second time was a lot cheaper. The input tokens were actually a lot. It's like 50,000 for both. But I'm guessing because of caching, input token caching, this one's a lot less. I'm surprised that the output token for the second one is not that much. It's like 300, but I guess it's roughly the same amount. Okay. So it's for, that was actually for like 2 messages. Okay, so I guess I'll try. Okay, I'll use Qwen 3.7 Plus as the default or maybe DeepSeek V4 Pro. At some point, I probably should look at benchmarking. And I'm on my main thread, main work tree. So I don't have any memory, and I was using Claude before, so there's probably like a Claude folder, claude.md. And hopefully opencode understands that, either that or I might have to convert it into like a agents.md. Man, this is so weird thinking about transferring to a different harness. And if I use Sonnet or Opus inside of opencode, would it still pick up the claude.md? Would it still pick up like the .claude folder? I guess because this is open source, we can look and find out. How do we even start with this? Okay, how about this? How's the state of what can you tell me about this repo project? Let's do it just give it like a general question. And for context, this repo that I have, I didn't push it up to GitHub or anything. I think it's just all local. It is a Git repo, so there's commits. It was just something I'm experimenting with. I think I was using work trees. Okay, Personal Agent OS, a self-hostable AI agent system for a single engineer owner, 2-seam design, memory service, and agent center. Backend Python, front-end React TypeScript. I was doing a lot of research on like graph databases, and it kept on saying like I shouldn't use a graph database store specifically, but using the concept of graph is okay. Ticket skeleton, fully wired and runnable, but engines behind the scenes aren't implemented yet. The thin real job is the second brain. Okay, so I only asked it one thing. Let's see how much that costed me. How do I check that? Huh? Wait, so... Oh, okay, here it is. Oh, cool. Okay, so that costed me 1 cent. Because the agent did 3 things. So I sent 1 message for a total... Where's my input tokens? Here, what? User message. Most of it was just tool calls. All I said was, what can you tell me about this project? And then the assistant... Ooh, the cost here is less than a penny. I did 3 tool calls. Oh, and there's multiple parts. This is the reasoning part. And then it has the text part type. Wait, yeah, part.
If you've got a list of errands a mile long, but dread maneuvering through traffic and parking...
No, thank you. And the reasoning part... I don't even see it. I'm curious. I see these as 3 separate request responses. And I was expecting it to be like a SSE, like a live text by text stream. I forgot to check if it did that or if it just outputted everything all at once. Okay, let me send another message to total costs. It doesn't say the costs on the inputs. I wonder if this is going to live update. I actually don't want to use Docker. I've been using Podman more often in the... I've been liking that. I think I should uninstall Docker at this point. I do like the security benefits of Podman, how you don't need root access. I like its more open source nature. I like that it's not like if your team grows over a certain limit, then you don't have to pay the Docker company. I wonder how much this is going to cost. Here we go. This is still only 2 cents. Wow, that seems like I'm getting good value. Okay, I appreciate all this data that I'm getting. I can see how cheap it can be. Oops. This is something, for some reason this is not something that is exposed too much in Claude Code. Or maybe it is, but I don't really pay attention to it for some reason. Okay, we'll keep on going here, but so in my Podman, where's my Podman actually? And used by GV proxy. I think I only use OmniRoute for this project, although I might be using it for another project. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And the other thing I'm kind of very curious about is recently Anthropic and Claude Code, they introduced a browser into Claude Code, into that harness. I think they've already had a browser in there before, but they made it a lot stronger by giving the ability to like annotate or select different elements from the DOM, passing it directly to Claude, just making it a little bit easier. I've been using that a little bit more. It's kind of nice. I'm wondering if Claude Code has that same ability. I don't know why I have to restart it. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but I'll just let this agent take charge of that stack. maybe ideally different agents could have access to different stacks, different instances of the stacks, but like the same kind of stack. I guess this is a problem even at work. A problem that I face often is if I have like multiple threads working on the same project. So I can have like 4 agents working on the same project. Using work trees to separate them out so they can work on different PRs or different parts of the code base. I just have to make sure, so I'm orchestrating it. I have to make sure like, hey, you only work on this module, you only work on this module, so they don't step on each other. Using Git work trees is super helpful so that they have their own Git context. They can like Git commit, change the files themselves without interfering with each other. That's all great until it comes to testing, when they have to spin up the stack and test the stack. The problem that I have right now, I think there's not a difficult solution, I just haven't thought about it too much yet, is maybe I can spin up multiple stacks. So like running the project multiple times so that each agent can deploy its own code and test its own code separate from the other agents. Right now, or a lot of times that I've been doing this, they all kind of use the same stack. So if one deploys and then another deploys, they kind of override each other, which is not good. And I think, actually, now that I think about it, even at work, we kind of face the same thing where we have a shared developer stack. I am realizing that, okay, maybe I need to do something where I think it is a recommendation in AWS to have your own personal cloud development environment. And I think I need to do that for my workplace too. Just each developer should have their own cloud instance, so they can publish to it without interfering with each other before going to a shared developer instance. As I'm saying that out loud, I think that's a great idea. And I'm writing to my Claude code work right now for that specific idea, just so I don't forget. I'm gonna use the dictation functionality here. Just typing it. I need to do that more. Can you help me think about how we can set up multiple instances of our app so that individual developers can have their own cloud instances for development purposes? Right now, our dev environment is shared, which causes problems sometimes. I would like the developer environment to be cheaper than the way we're currently hosting it. So it would be ideal if we could use things like Lambda or essentially more serverless stuff so the cost can be lower. And then, okay, so that's going. I think it's going. I also need to do that from other side project. Oh man, I'm multitasking so much. 3 cents. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what do we got here? Do we have OmniRoute? We do have OmniRoute. I guess I'll learn more about opencode the more I use it, so that's good. If you've never seen OmniRoute, neither have I. Actually, I have seen and used it once, but it's basically like a router for your LLMs. So you could hook up OpenRouter, your Claude Code subscription, your ChatGPT subscription. And it can do things like load balancing and guardrails and limiting. It has a lot of nice features as a router, as far as I've seen. And like automatically picking a model, optimizing it for the task. I think it has things like that, usage tracking. There's like so much features in this. It's pretty nice. Oh, cool. And then it also has Cavemen potentially embedded by default to help save you tokens. Here, Cavemen, for prompt compression. I wonder if it uses the Chinese encodings to compress it that way, compress your meaning into Chinese, and then back decompress. That's like an interesting compression algorithm. Language compression. Semantically encoding your English into Chinese before sending it off, bringing it back. And if we're going to take that approach, I wonder if Chinese is the best encoding format. Maybe there's something else like computer. Although if you send bits and bytes like zeros and ones, I mean, I guess Chinese is zeros and ones in the end. Is that the most, like, the way to have so much semantic meaning compressed into bits and bytes? Maybe. Oh, and I think OmniRoute also does stuff like caching for you, prompt caching and stuff like that. Very powerful. Something to play that I'm playing around with. Okay, but here's my the actual project that I'm working on. And one thing I'm surprised about is, can I not do voice? I mean, I have the ability to hit where is it? F5 on my keyboard on my Mac and talk that way. I guess that's fine. So it's up. I just need to remember what my token was. What's the dev token? Actually, it seems like a waste of tokens. Now that I have to think about it a little bit more. Usually I would just ask it read the docs for me. But now that I have to think about it, like how much each tokens cost, now I'm like a little bit more careful. Maybe I shouldn't be. I mean, I guess I would just do this dev owner session. Dev owner session, okay. Maybe I should just, man. I feel like I've wasted more time searching for that than I would have. I've wasted more money in the time it took for me to search than it would have costed me by asking opencode. Dev session? And now I've forgotten. Oh no, my attention span is so bad. Let's just copy this. Okay, so here's kind of the project, but the problem is this is the old version of the project. This is not. Yeah, I need to update. Like I've had a lot of updates in my other work tree in Claude Code. Let me just tell my Claude Code session. It's gonna cost me a lot because where's my context window? I guess I don't have any. Maybe I should stop around 6. I'm getting kind of hungry. Cook something. I haven't really eaten all day. Just been sitting around doing this. It's a little bit addicting.
If you've got a list of errands a mile long but dread maneuvering through traffic and parking lots, listen up. Loudoun County's free transit on demand is an easy way to get where you're going without all the
Okay. So this kind of manual management, I hope to eliminate. Like it's kind of like automation of this stuff, of all this little stuff is what I want to automate away by having like that orchestrator. I shouldn't need to say stuff like this. There we go. Finally. How much have we spent so far? $0.08. Not bad, not bad. Hope you're having a great day so far. Whether you're watching this live on the Sunday or whatever time it is if you're watching this, if it's a VOD. The permission required. Generally, I like to leave it at bypass permissions or like auto. But where is that? How do I set the security? How do I enable this? There's themes. This one. Okay. Where are we? Okay, 10 cents so far for this session. Stack is back up. I would clean it up, but I don't know. It cost me money to clean it up. So what if I did it myself? Man, is it really worth it for me to do it manually? I mean, I guess it was that easy. There we go. Okay, so it took a long time. Wow. Okay, I'm kind of back into a place where I can do agentic development, kind of. Again, there's still a couple of things I need to set up, but okay, here's the idea. This would be my life operating system. Anything that I need, I can get from here. So, like if I ever wonder what's on my calendar, I should be able to see it. If I ever wonder what's on my to-do list, I should be able to see it. If I want to see my files, I can go I can see it here. I have other things that I want, like if I want to do research or see some specific, research or specific information, or if I wanted to teach me something. What else? Oh, or contacts management. That's like a big one. And then also being able to explore it. Let me see if I can use voice. Okay, I removed it, period. Can you run the seed script? I guess that's okay. Whoa. Okay, the stack is now running with data. So if I refresh it, my seed script adds like it adds 1,000 people and a couple of random test data stuff. Is it working? What was it? Here, dev owner. Session. Okay, I was typing in the wrong thing. I wonder if I can like do this. Ooh. Okay, so I'm at 13 cents. What happens if I send this? think it just base 64'd it. I wonder how much that cost. So I was at 13 cents. I don't see it jumping up yet. Only costed a cent to read that image. It's crazy. Oh, here it is. 1,000 people. Okay, so random data. Yep. The data, I think it could be updated, optimized, but it's like a random test data type thing, and I don't really like this lenses thing. But so far, it's not too bad. The idea that I was thinking is, so I can connect to my Google Calendar, which I use primarily, but if I don't have Google Calendar, or if you don't have Google Calendar, you should be able to use the default calendar baked into the system. Like you should be able to use the entire system without connecting anything. But if you have data in Todoist, in Google Calendar, in Google Photos, in Google Drive, like in other systems, you should be able to like authenticate and have it work together. Is the idea to make it kind of nice and flexible. Cool. And here the example is like, I guess my drive, I could connect my Google Drive or Synology NAS. And I should be able to navigate my files. And again, the idea is kind of like, this is supposed to be like a second brain. There's a whole lot of indexing that's supposed to be going on here, whether it's saved onto this system or whether you've connected your other system. Indexing should happen so you can easily search for it, or you can have your assistant, your chief of staff, also be able to find it. I think the UI could use improvement, but that'll come over time. And this was also another idea that I had to explore your data visually. This is currently in a graph format, and I do need to fix it a little bit more. Right now, this is simulating 1,000 users, so all these yellow stuff is people. A little bit, it's a little bit. Ooh, this is kind of nice.
Hey, Jimmy.
Towards people. Jason.
I kind of understand about
Nice.
Swift Swift UI's view.
Nice.
Well, no, I'm not saying I understand everything, but
Oh, okay.
where Swift UI's re-render its body, why it recreates its struct
Yeah.
instead of just like update the body itself.
Yeah.
Is it because the struct itself is value type, and whenever it modifies itself, it creates a copy of itself? So meaning it destroys the it basically we don't it doesn't use the old one. Whenever it detects a change, it makes a copy of itself, and well, I don't know if it's destroys the old one, creates a new struct with the new data. Is that why?
I mean, I think so, but what you said could also apply. It doesn't matter if it's strut or not. Like
Because like if we're strictly just talking about struct, not talking about Swift UI, whenever you modify a struct, it doesn't modify itself. It creates a copy of itself, and with the latest update, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right.
Or am I wrong?
Oh, that sounds right. Like you mentioned, it's a value type. So if you update a value type, it's basically pointing to another value. Like it's like saying you have the value 2 and the value 3, you know, integers. It's not like you update 2 itself. You point it to 3, but it's still a value type. So at some point there needs to be some kind of reference to the value.
Yeah.
But I think to your point, the original point, I wouldn't necessarily say it's because views is a strut and that's why it does things. Like UIKit has similar functionalities, but that's more reference based, class based, and it has a very similar life cycle of destroying, and like that's not necessarily why it has state and destroys itself. I think that's just a general way that view engines work. Somehow you need to clear the screen and redraw. Well, I guess you don't have to clear the screen. Somehow you need to update the screen to some sort of to show something new. And the algorithm or the strategy that you take to do that, I guess in systems like SwiftUI and UIKit are very similar. Android as well. You just have like state and then you represent that in some way. There's different ways to draw onto the screen. If you look into like game systems, I think it's kind of interesting. They have more of like a game loop.
Yeah, what I'm trying to understand is that when it says that when view updates, it re-renders the body.
Mm-hmm.
Like why? Like that's what I don't understand. Why don't they just say when there's an update, it just creates a new struct and replace the old one?
When you say
why
when
do
there's
they
an
mention
update,
re-rendering the body? I don't understand. Like it makes it more confusing.
When you say that when there's an update, do you mean like an update to state or update to what?
Sorry, what's the latter?
You said when there's an update. It's confusing when they say when there's an update, re-render the view, right?
Yeah.
You mean when there's an update to state, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying it's confusing because they could have said something about like destroy the strut and sorry, yeah, can you say your thing again? Like they could have said something to be clear.
Instead of them saying that it re-renders the body, why don't they just say it creates a new struct and just display the new struct instead of the old one? I don't why the body part. That's what's confusing me, because when they say they re-rendered the body, meaning they're keeping the old struct and just executing the code that's in the body.
Right. I don't know why they chose that wording, but maybe I can guess that what if it doesn't always destroy the strut? What if in some cases it does keep the strut? Maybe they don't say it destroys the strut because it doesn't always destroy the strut.
Sorry, can you read that? You're cutting in now.
Maybe they don't say it destroys the entire strut and recreates the strut because maybe they don't always destroy the strut. Maybe in some cases it does keep the strut. It's not a guarantee that it would be destroyed. I'm just guessing there. But perhaps that could be a case. Like it's not guaranteed it's always going to destroy it. And that's more like an optimization technique, I think.
Sorry, I gotta take a call real quick.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Tired of bang at the pump? Why not tap?
Okay. Wow, it jumped up double, like 13 cents from, what did I say? It was just a debugging session. Am I like almost out of money already? That's kind of expensive. Holy moly. Look at that. What did I say? I said I'm not seeing it, and I did an image. And then it did 100 assistant calls. Okay, not really 100, but a lot of assistant calls. Well, I don't want to do that again right now because that was expensive. But anyways, now I have people here. Check it out. So the idea is if I click on a person, I can see some information about him and then like connected information. It's not only supposed to be people like this. Like I guess this is like family. So like Laura's here. It's supposed to be a little bit more than just that. Whoa. Extended family. But also like this one's Noor. It's a random name. If I click open in contacts, I should be able to see that contact for this person. And then what is this? Who they connect you to. So then I guess this is like a social network, right? Of other people through, I guess, a university or a school. Again, I think this needs to be, I kind of need of, I don't really like how it did this. I'm still fleshing it out. We're still in the early phases here. But again, it's just a way to explore your data. What's its blue thing? Supposedly this is a rental. I would like this to link to like something I can actually click on, so I don't completely like that. This is an obligation, I guess. Okay, what do I want to do? I want it to start on something here. And can I enable work trees? That would be nice. Work tree. Okay, what if I did this? Work tree. Oh. Open code work tree. I don't see it. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. That's neat. So the harness doesn't need to support work trees, which makes sense to me. Wow, it's $26 already for the session. So there's one other thing that I wanted to make sure of. I really like Matt Pocock's skills. He's also on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of his stuff and learning a lot from him. I want his skills to be here too. Like research is one that I use a lot. So how do I add skills here? Wow, I feel like such a newbie. I'm a noob. How do I add skills? Oh, wow. I don't know how to do anything. Shell command? Commands? Oh, it's called commands. init. Create one folder per skill name and put a skills.md inside it. Opencode searches these locations: project config.config, global config, project Claude compatible. Okay, so if there's a .claude folder, it looks like opencode could use it. Global Claude compatible, that's good. Project agent compatible. What is this .agents? Whoops. Okay, so this is kind of new for me. I was aware that in Claude Code, you can install plugins into your harness to add agents and skills. And I know that you can have project skills itself. I didn't know you can have project agents in a neutral way. I mean, I would have guessed that you could commit agents into the repo. So this is pretty cool. Oh, you can have persona. Oh. Wow, you can have personas? Where is this from? Oh, this is new for me. I love it. Where is this from? Where's the website? Who is this? Who is B Greenwell? Is he the .agents guy? It's a proposal. Okay, so opencode supports agents, but this is skills. So this is still just skills. It's just agent compatible. But does it do agents itself? Three built-in sub-agents. So you have a use, build. Build is the default primary agent. Plan. And a general sub-agent, explore sub-agent, scout sub-agent? Where? That's not obvious. Summary. Okay, so you can configure them. Wow, I have so much to learn. What is ACP? That's new. I knew LSP, I knew MCP. ACP. So I guess that's a protocol between agents and coding environment. Editors and IDEs. Which sounds like a harness thing. But does it have to be like IDE or editors specifically? I'm getting like so many ideas here. Cause I was like building like a N8N similar thing. But if you think about it, like, is N8N kind of like an IDE or it's an editor. It's a visual edit workflow editor. So does that mean we can use ACP? Like if there's an agent that can talk ACP, and if N8N supported ACP, can we just add an agent into N8N and have it talk that way? Maybe. Well, it says code editors, but N8N is, I mean, it's a declarative workflow, a visual declarative workflow editor, but there is code in there too. That's something I'll need to learn more about. Wow, I am learning so much. Thank you, opencode. This is great. Okay, so where are we at right now? I have 9 minutes before I want to end this, so I can go cook dinner and actually eat something for the day. So I'm building the Life OS, and I just got ourselves connected to opencode. If I can actually get like a loop going before I cook, that'd be great. And I'm surprised we already spent 26 cents. And so what I was just doing is trying to figure out how to get skills into her. And I guess I could get skills by copying the skills, putting it directly into the project. I should have said specs or requirements. Can I do this? Revert message? Oh, okay. That's handy. Similar to Claude Code. I use that very often. It's nice how I can just revert it without stopping it. And it's nice how it has which model you're talking to. Right, and if you're just joining, after I installed opencode and I'm playing around with it, learning about what models it offers, I decided to stick with Qwen 3.7 Plus as kind of like the default talking one for now. I'm not using the free ones because those collect data, and I'm not using, I purchased the opencode Go subscription for $5 this month. And I disabled GPT and Grok because those also collect data a little bit. I tried to use DeepSeek version 4 Flash, but apparently we can only use them in China, and I had to do an agreement. Ooh, and then that query costed me 2 cents. Okay, so there is this .scratch folder because I was using Matt's skills. So this is the one that I was using. Skills. Highly recommend this one if you haven't checked it out. let's see, 28 cents. So if you don't know about these skills, there's a lot of great ones. He has a YouTube channel. And I just went to the same exact spot. He has a YouTube channel that I would recommend checking out. So he talks, I think a lot of his videos talks mostly about his skills, but I find that I learn a lot through using his skills and the way he explains it. I think he was a teacher, so the way he explains things is very clear. And when he talks about, even though he talks a lot about his skills, he talks about why his skills are done that way, which helps me understand things more generally. Like one of his videos, which he worked with the AI engineer channel, is like building great agent skills, the missing manual, which talks on how to make good skills. It talks a lot about skills itself, like whether it's user invocable or model invocable. Keeping them small is a good thing to do. Keep things outside of the skill if they can be, if they're like optional. Otherwise, it eats up a lot of the context. A lot of little neat tricks. Oh, and then also like stateless skills versus stateful skills, thinking about that. It helps me understand skills a lot more. And then, of course, he has a skill to make skills. And that kind of explains his mindset of how his skills are built. But I generally agree with, like, when he says, like, these are the reasons why, like, of how to build a great skill, it makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, if a skill is really big, it eats up a lot of the context window. So you should keep it small, and then like it can confuse the model, the LLM in that case. So yeah, just by watching those videos and then using his skills, I can, yeah, I've been learning a lot. Would highly recommend. Uh-oh, what is this? The skills are installed to .agent skills with proper format front matter. Start a new session and you'll see skills. Okay. So I know it says in a new session. Okay, so can I do like a new session like this maybe? No. Okay, what if I close this? And then I do open code. So did it reload? / research. Ooh, there it is. Okay. Whoop. What is this? Get file changes. I don't want this. Close this. Again, can't close that, but wow. I'm like sweating a little bit about how much it's costing. That last text I told you to do costs 6 cents. Like overall, it's fine. It is giving me a lot of value back. I haven't even spent $1 yet, but I'm almost getting there. And I can probably like commit it myself, but I don't know. I'm willing to spend a few cents on that. So that was 2 cents so far. Let's see how much a git commit costs. 3 cents. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so 3 cents. I kind of want to bring it from here. So he also has a skill called handoff. Compacts the current conversation into a handoff document for another agent to pick up. So let's do this handoff to here. I like vaguely don't remember this session. And 97. Why am I using Opus? Okay. See, like, I don't know why, hello. I am actually just about to end, but today I've been playing around with opencode, just trying to build like a life OS type project, which I've been working for a while. And today I was just like setting up opencode, trying to learn opencode, how to use it, learning about these open weight models, because my Claude code is near its weekly limit, even though I'm at like using max 20x, and I can't wait 5 more days before that resets. So I'm just learning about open weight models and trying to use opencode. I just got a opencode Go subscription for like $5, and I'm trying to move over my agentic processing onto this harness so I can continue development on this and a couple of other projects. And right now I'm using Matt Pocock's skill of handoff to hand off like kind of the information that I had from yesterday into this session on opencode. So I guess I can just paste this. So all I did was I ran handoff. It created a handoff document, Claude coded, which I guess it says keep grilling me and then implement, saying what the project is. There's a bunch of information there. Thank you. Are you a developer too? brings you here? How did you find me? Oh, let's see. I'm just gonna paste this prompt to read that handoff doc to continue. The idea of this Life OS is this. I wanted like one play. I think it's been popular on YouTube. Your volume is kind of low. Don't know if it's just me. It might be. Might be me. Thank you for that. Check, check, check. I do see it could be a little bit higher. Hello? Test, test. Check, check. Maybe that's the best I can do for now. I think it's at yellow. But thank you for that. I've been seeing a lot of Agent OS on YouTube. I love the idea. I'm trying to do the same thing. The idea where I can access all of my life information all in one spot and also have like a personal assistant or chief of staff agent to help me coordinate everything as my one-stop shop for everything, including my calendars, my contacts, my to-do list, like kind of everything. I want to be like the CEO of my life, and I'm building my personal assistant, my chief of staff is the idea. And right now I just want it to, okay. Yeah, just trying to set up a little bit more of doing the agentic engineering stuff. Like I've been having Claude code run for like hours on this, just refining the idea over, it's been, I don't know, maybe like a week or two. And eventually I'll get to the point where I can just talk to my personal assistant here, Miles. And that's one reason why I'm enjoying exploring the open weight stuff, is because supposedly it's a lot cheaper than Claude. And I can actually use it for projects. Jason.
So they said that it's the parent's body when it's
Now it's all connected to my friend studying.
it re-renders the child. So whatever view that's in the body gets reconstructed. So that makes a lot more sense. Instead of like destroying the parent's struct and then create a new parent struct, that's not true. It's the parent's body being re-rendered so that the child view are being reconstructed. That makes a lot more sense.
Like you're saying, like the parent view, if the parent view needs to re-render, it will probably recreate the child's view as well.
So the parent view, which is the body, right? And when it re-renders, whatever view that's in the body of the parent's view, it gets reconstructed.
Right.
So that's what I was confused about. It reruns the body, yes, but it reconstruct the struct inside the body, not the parent's struct itself. I hope that what I said makes sense. Kind of confusing, but
it is a little bit confusing. The way I think about it is like when you keep on saying like the parent's body, like the body is the view in my mind. If the parent is like a what view do we have here? Okay, let's say you have like a parent view and a child view. Like the parent view, if you say like the parent's view body, the parent's view body is basically the parent's view. It's the parent view itself. Like it's almost like one-to-one in my mind. And what you're saying is you're confused that if you are a child's view, which is also a struct, but it also has the body, which the body is also the view.
Yeah.
You're saying the reason why it gets destroyed and recreated is because it's related to the parent somehow?
So okay, so you
What's
have,
my
let's say, a
favorite
class
AI?
called parent view, And then
I like Claude,
inside
but
the
I've been just
body
using
of
that
the
a lot.
parent view, there's
I'm just mostly comfortable with that.
Called the
I'd
child
like
view.
to experiment more. I like Opus.
So when the
most.
parent view gets re-rendered, when there's an update in the parent view, the body gets called.
Yes.
So it's gonna create a new child view. So meaning that's where the destroying the old, getting rid of the old struct and creating a new one comes in. So the parent view, you still have the same parent view, but the child view,
might get destroyed. The struct for the child view might completely get destroyed.
I think it is. They are getting destroyed because where you're every time when you rerun the body, it constructs a new child view.
Makes sense. I think I think that checks out.
Because that's where the child view being constructed. It's inside the body of the parent view.
Yeah.
With the initializer of whatever data you're passing in.
Yeah, I think you're right. I also think they might have the ability to do some optimization techniques. Like, I don't want to say that's 100% because I think there's a way to say like let's say if you need to re-render the parent and like let's say the parent has like 100 child views. What if the parent just has like a small update on the let's say it has a title and the child views actually don't really change, like the state of the child is the same. One way to do it is to re-render all of it, or if you want to optimize the rendering engine, you might be able to reuse the instances of the child itself to save performance.
What if you have multiple child and you only need one of the child to get updated?
Yeah, exactly.
How does that work? Let me ask Claude.
Yeah, I think there's some secret performance techniques that they may have, so it's not guaranteed that it would be destroyed.
All right.
React has a similar thing called like the virtual DOM, like the shadow DOM that helps with that. I don't know exactly how it works in Swift.
Let me ask.
My friend Jason is studying for iOS, specifically Swift
Let's
UI.
say you have a parent view, and inside the parent view, the body consists of multiple child views. If there's an update in parent view,
I do like Opus the most.
The body gets.
I tried Fable. Fable's cool, but it's so expensive.
Does that mean every child view in the parent view will get destroyed, and it basically creates a new struct for the child view? Isn't that inefficient?
That's the question you're asking right now, right? And to Claude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good. Let's see what it says. It's kind of bad. Like the last 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah, I'm using.
I've been using mostly Claude. I was using
Dictate my
ChatGPT and Codex and GPT earlier in the year, and it was kind of nice. I was using that when Codex first came out. I didn't mind it too much. I guess just so much has changed over the last few months. And now I'm just mostly familiar with Claude Code, with like Haiku, Sonnet, Opus. I don't really like Sonnet too much in the sense like sometimes I feel it's a little bit not as smart as I'd want it to be. Opus I think has like a really sweet spot for what I need to do generally. I do sometimes switch down to Sonnet. Rarely Haiku, but Sonnet if I like have a basic question. For very simple things, if I don't want it to take up too much time, if I want it to be faster and not use as many tokens. And then Fable, I did try that a little bit when it came out, and it's nice, but I don't think it's that much better than Opus. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's very comparable, but it just eats up so much more tokens than Opus that I so far I tend to fall back to Opus. Have you tried? What about you? What AI have you liked to use? I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be LLMs. Do I do this for fun or work? Both, actually. So I'm kind of fortunate right now. I work in a startup where it's like an AI firm. So I do have to look at this stuff professionally. But on the side, I love to do it like today on a Sunday. Man, I've just been spending so much time. Like I'm at the point where I feel like if I'm not having my agents run, I feel like I'm wasting my token, like wasting my plans. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of addiction. I just feel like I have to, my agents have to be working. I'm lucky. Yeah, I think I'm lucky. I consider myself lucky to be fortunate enough to need to do this for work. It doesn't pay a lot because it's a startup, but it's fun. Like it is long nights trying to figure out stuff, and there's like a lot of uncertainty, but
A couple
but I
questions.
feel like I'm being paid to learn.
One is, what's layer 1 and layer 2?
L1,
And
L2,
second,
is that like capital 1, L1, L2, or is it like
no,
caching?
sorry, I'm talking to Claude right now. My bad. I should mute myself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Nice. You're using the talk functionality. I do think of myself as lucky though. And then, yeah, like a lot of my coworkers, we we talk about, we're building agents. We have to understand like the different algorithms, the different models. Like we're just every day we're talking about it. And then of course we are a development shop, so we're thinking a lot about like agentic engineering. So everyone is trying to figure out a good way to do development, trying to minimize like hallucinations, trying to minimize like all the AI slop that's produced. Like how do we best do that? Because AI is able to produce so much code that it becomes really hard to like debug this volume of code, where I had to create like an agentic AI reviewer to help with that. And there's this really nice article that I was reading about from Cloudflare. Found it on some YouTube channel. Is this one? No. Orchestrating AI code reviews at scale. I really like this one, this article, where they talk about how they do their AI code reviews. Like they build a system using an orchestrator. Oh, also with Claude Code. Sorry, opencode, where they have like an orchestrator, and then they potentially spin up to 7 different specialized agents if needed. And like having a modular system where they get it down to $1 per PR merged. And talking about that architecture, and I'm thinking, wow, I want us to have this. And I did tell my Claude Code to look at this article and like update my reviewer to do this. The reviewer that I built was just a very basic, I think it's I want to say it's like one shot, just one agent. And there's a lot of problems that I was seeing with it. So now I'm, just today, I told it to research this article, do a lot of research, structure it properly to become closer to this. This seems a little bit more idealistic. So thinking about fun stuff like that for professional work, but also for personal work, because I do want more agentic reviewers for my personal projects as well. I just need to build it out at some point. And I think one of my projects that I have, which I'm calling like a dark factory, I want to build something like that either in here or in my Life OS. Like I'm trying to figure out all these different projects, like maybe combining them into one somehow. Still figuring that out. It's a lot of fun, but also very tiring, but a lot of fun. Oh, interesting. Hello. Okay, I guess that's not connected. Right, so before I head off to dinner, I would really like to kick off a loop session. Are you a developer, or are you just interested in AI? What's your story? I'm curious. I mean, I guess everyone's affected by AI. All right, we're at 50 cents for this session so far. Not too bad. Not even been an hour yet. That's a pretty good cost, I think, if it's like 50 cents an hour or even $1 an hour. All right, so it read the handoff. 3 open threads you haven't chosen between my calendar, library, teach redesign, navigation restructure. Oh, that's a good one. Miles being able to act. Okay, which one do you want to tackle? I'm gonna say I like the skill Grill with Docs by Matt Pocock for all of them. Whoa, running a grilling session. That's fascinating. I think Claude Code just copies the skill.md and just pastes that directly as a prompt. Claude Code kind of wraps the skill itself. It kind of hides it, saying, oh, I'm running the skill. But this one literally just copies the text and pastes it here, I think. Kind of. And I think I did tell it to explain the reasoning. It's a little bit a lot. Let me hide that. Grill with Docs grilling. Unfortunately, I can't expand it. The reasoning. Let me look at the current state of all 3 areas. Oh, we just jumped up 4 cents. 3 open threads. Let me start with the most structural one, the nav restructure, because it shapes everything else. 13 flat tabs. There's a lot of tabs here. I don't like it completely. A UX audit proposed 5 groups. The tension. Flat tabs are fast to scan, but 13 is too many. Yep. They look like 13 apps, not one brain with 13 views. Group them into 5 with primary actions. Oh. Chat is never inside a group because it's how you talk to Miles, not a place you go. Everything else. Okay, so. I'm kind of liking the structure. Let me see if I can do this. Overall, I like this structure, period. Let's go with this for now. At some point, I probably want to change it to like Kimi 2.7 code or something. Or maybe change it into plan mode. Context app. Oh, what is this? Shell command. Oh, that's cool. But how do I change it into plan mode? Maybe I just tell it I want it to plan. This is so fascinating, using like a different harness. It changes the way I think about harnesses. This is great. Love it. And this is the reason why I keep on forgetting to eat. It's because it gets exciting, and then I said I was gonna go cook dinner at 6, and now it's almost 6:30. And I still haven't gotten to start a actual coding session, but whoa. Oh. Wait. Started to edit the file. That's not good. Do not edit any files, period. We are supposed to be in grilling mode right now, period. This is supposed to be a planning session, not an implementation session, period. Okay, so this is kind of interesting because it's not doing the skill. Like, something's weird. It tried to start implementing. Huh. Fascinating. Let's see. 2-row nav it is. Okay, before designing replacement, what's wrong? Wait, what's the issue here? Call it an eyesore. Oh. So let's talk about the library section. I don't really like the UX for this. Okay, I'm just talking a little bit about UX here. I was saying like this, so this is how it generated by default. And by default, I mean like after a few prompts. Like I was telling it I want to upload information like a YouTube link or a PDF and have it ingested into like a knowledge base. but like this is a little bit weird because like the first thing you see is like a link to add a YouTube video or upload a PDF. And that's probably not the first main use case. Like the main thing I probably want to do with it is like going directly to the library and then trying to read something or learn something. Maybe asking here, like asking for a report, like asking a question. Oh, that's cool. So if my main use case, if most of the time that I'm going to the library is to look for, like, if you think of a real library, look for books, I should be able to easily see a place to look for books. Like that's the primary use case. Most of the time, I probably would not want to upload a link or upload a PDF. Most of the time, maybe sometimes. But if that's the case, the user experience here is optimizing for like if most of the time where I go to library, if most of the time I'll be uploading a YouTube URL or something like that, then this might make sense. Like, yeah, I click on library and then it's like just the first thing I see, hit add, if that's the primary use case. But the thing is, it's not. So it should not be here. Maybe it should be like on the side. Like it should be accessible because I might want to do that from time to time. It just shouldn't be up in front, like above the fold. Probably the second section here should be up ahead. And then this reports is nice too, but it's so far down. Like maybe it should also be like a drop down button, menu button.
Simon Sinek here, optimist, best-selling author, and speaker. My pod...
This is generate from the library. Teach. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts here. And then somehow create a way for me to easily understand that concept. Maybe in a visual, interactive way, period. So with this, I usually have to say the punctuation marks, otherwise it doesn't do it. For example, comma, if I asked to teach me about how Bitcoin works, comma, maybe the system would look in the library for the Bitcoin research paper or YouTube videos or articles from the library. If they don't exist, maybe search online and ingest them into the library, period. And from that raw data, comma, synthesize a lesson plan this should be using best practices for teaching methods, period. Okay, always do punctuation. we're at 60 cents. When you open the library to browse, how do you want to see the content? By type, by topic, by status, timeline? I'm actually not really sure how I would browse it. I might need to experiment a bit first before I fully understand, period. I think topic might make the most sense, comma. But again, there might need to be some experimentation done here, period. Or maybe you can research how existing libraries work, period. Use the research skill to do this. There we go. Now I'm kind of demoing how I kind of use the research skill from Matt Pocock. I should just say Matt. $6:37. Haven't even started the coding session yet. Okay, one thing I really like about Claude Code, which I need to find a solution for, is mobile. Remote control was really nice. I was able to prompt from my phone as long as I left my computer on. I think there are ways to do that with opencode. I just need to figure it out. And specifically, the one connected to my computer, because I need the coding ability, not just the LLM on my phone. And my last agent just kept on lying. Like I was like, hey, why are there 20 agents running, sub agents running? We're doing the research. I was like, oh no, I don't see any agents. And I took a screenshot of like part of the big list of 20. Then it was like, oh, there's only 4 agents running. Don't worry about it. And then I took a bigger, like I had to expand the window to show even more. And it's like, oh, then it said, oh, there's 7 agents. It's okay. Or no, it said something like, oh, that's a lot more than I expected. It's not the 19, but that's a lot more than I expected. Then I was like, dude, why aren't you listening to me? I'm telling you, there's 19. And I just had to convince you so many times. And it was like, I said, hey, just use the skills. Use these skills. Use the research skill. And then I kept on asking it, did you use the research skill? And it was like, no, I spun it up manually. And I'm like, why did my token usage jump up by 1 million tokens? I was like, oh, because I spun it up all manually. I was like, oh, please don't do that. It was so frustrating working with that agent for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, geez. And now this one's saying, I misread that. The handoff said the mistake was not using the skill. I manually what? So this one's like hallucinating. But the handoff doc from this project explicitly warns against that. What? I'll do the research directly instead. Oh, jeez. Now this agent wants to do manual research. Okay, I think I want to cut off the stream right here. I think we got a lot done today, even though all we did was set up Claude Code. A lot of it's learning. I feel like that's a lot of what I've been doing recently. A lot of learning, and I mean, I did set up myself for success for the future, which I think this will compound. And yeah, I don't know. I might try to stream more tonight, or what day is it? Today's Sunday, so I probably need to get some good rest for tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I do need to get food tonight. So thank you everyone for watching. If you made it this far, congrats. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. Hope you have a nice day. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.